Stocks are lower this morning. As I speak to you right now, the Russell is the least affected, down 1.8%, but the Dow is down 2.17%. The S&P is down 2.25%, and the Nasdaq is down 2.49%. As I speak to you right now, China left rates unchanged last night and announced no new stimulus, while the U.S. leading index of economic indicators came in lower than expected at minus 0.7%. The US dollar is down more than 1% in aggregate and down the most against the Swiss franc and the Japanese yen, while 10-year yields spiked, jumping to 4.4%. This is the largest three-day jump in the 10-year yield going all the way back to 2001, potentially signaling that global investors are shifting away from U.S. assets when you combine it with the stock market sell-off that we've seen. Add to that gold reaching another new all-time high, clearing 34.40, up over 3%, with silver up 0.6% and copper up about 1/3 of 1%. WTI Crude Oil, however, is lower, down 2.6% as I speak to you right now. Now, some of that may be due to positive developments in the U.S.-Iran nuclear negotiations, but it's also fears of a global economic slowdown due to trade tensions. However, WTI is still up 13.1% since that April 9th low. We do have to keep an eye on trade headlines for the rest of the day and likely for the rest of the week, as Vice President J.D. Vance is in India discussing a trade deal with that major economy. On the heels of China warning other nations that any deal reached with the U.S. at the expense of China will prompt reciprocal countermeasures against those countries. Looking ahead, Fed Governor Christopher Waller is scheduled to speak today. Earnings after the close, we have 14 companies with market caps of over $1 billion reporting earnings, including Equity Lifestyles, W.R. Berkley Insurance, MedPace Holdings, and some large regional banks. Tomorrow before the open, another 27 companies reporting with $1 billion or more in market cap, including GE Aerospace, RTX, Northrop Grumman, Lockheed Martin, Verizon, 3M, Kimberly-Clark, Halliburton, Quest Diagnostics, and Pulte Group, the large home builder. Tonight we get BOJ Core CPI Index in Japan. Tomorrow, the Raw Materials Price Index from Canada, and central bank speakers include ECB President Christine Lagarde, Vice President for the ECB Luis de Guindos, Philly Fed President Patrick Harker, and Minneapolis Fed President Neil Kashkari. We also have a 2-year note auction tomorrow afternoon in the U.S.